beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Firebird Brewing Company, and it's a bottle of their Paleface APA, American Pale Ale, coming in at 5.2% ABV. First beer from Firebird Brewing Company then. Really interested by their beers because what they've done, let's show you the bottle cap first. They've picked a style from around the world. Pale ales, Weiss beers, Bohemian Pilsners, Golden ales, Noble ales, Pacific Gem from New Zealand, and they've just had a go at producing the old ales as well. Beers from all around the world, producing different styles. I think it's a great thing to do. So let's get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass then. Nice levels of carbonation, nice looking beer. Very clear to look at, it's a lovely looking beer. Nice levels of carbonation. One finger, small white head, amber in colour. Beautiful looking beer, look at that. And it's been brewed with Centennial, Williamette, Cascade, Chinook and Simcoe. Just sounds fantastic, eh? Let's get the aroma. Yep, nice and malty, bready, biscuity, spicy, and then the hops come through on the back end. Lots of toffee and brown bread. Quite a malty aroma considering all of these hops are in the beer. You do get the hops. Maybe they're more in the taste. Let's dive in. Cheers. It's lovely. Lovely balanced beer. Biscuity, malty, bready. Quite sweet to begin with. Then it moves over, but in balance, it moves over into a nice grapefruity, citrusy hop flavour. There's some mango flavours in there, a little bit of peach, lemon, orange peel. Extremely drinkable beer. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And that second taste now, because when you taste beer, sometimes, well, not sometimes, quite a lot of the time, you can concentrate on the initial flavour. Like, I picked up the aroma of malt. And I suppose my brain naturally went searching after the malt flavours, and I give you a kind of a malt backbone to begin with. Second time round, after I've washed this beer around and I've smelt it and dive back into the beer, I'm picking more of a citrus finish on it. Definitely the Centennial and the Cascade is coming through nicely. It's a nice bitterness on the back end. It's a kind of a mixture of spicy pepper and bitterness and grapefruit flavours. It's quite nice, but ultimately really drinkable beer. Nice levels of carbonation. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. And I want to talk to you about the balance of the beer. Balance for me is becoming more and more important to my beer drinking ways. I love a malty beer, always have done. Then I've kind of leaned over the last few years to be drinking really kind of hoppy beers. And this sits in the middle of it. This sits into my love of malty beers and my love of hoppy beers. And it's far more difficult to brew a balanced beer. Sweet, then hoppy and spicy on the back end, and bitter. Sweet and bitter. It's far more difficult to get that balance right than to say, just have it all leaning over to the hop side of things when it's just really bitter and grapefruity. Or leaning over to the sweet side of things, say a traditional best bitter, where it's just really sweet and malty and biscuity. So to get that balance right is quite important, and it's quite difficult to do. They've got it right, they've got it smack on. It's kind of, it's almost your sweet and sour taste with the Chinese. It's that, shouldn't work but does. kind of thing from a Chinese restaurant. So yeah, a really nice beer. I will say one thing. Reading the back of this, if you were a hophead and you picked this up and you read Centennial, Willamette, Cascade and Chinook and Simcoe, you'd be thinking, this is going to be an absolute dream, a hop lover's dream. American Pale Ale, lots of these American hops. Sounds like a really bitter beer. I will warn you that it's not as bitter and flavoursome from the hops that it could be for a hophead. But if you like something a little bit less hoppy and more balanced, then this is the drink for you. So I'm going to go ahead and rate this now. Firebird Brewing Company, Paleface APA, American Pale Ale, 5.2% ABV. I like it. I'm big into my burgers. Really big into my burgers the last 18 months or so, 2 years. And I'd say a nice burger, a couple of these, they'll go down well. Bit of a food pairing for you if you want it. Try it. Firebird Brewing Company, American Pale Ale. It's a pretty decent beer. Give it a try. I'm going to rate it as a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Real Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.